I'm John Hill. I'm the Director of Alumni Career Services at Michigan State University, and in a past life I worked in market development, business development, partnerships and promotions for Gannett, previously the Lansing State Journal. And so I love numbers, I love market research, I love digging into information and utilizing that to make decisions. So if I'm looking at how to give businesses an idea of how they can incorporate social media into their day-to-day operations, the number one thing that I would tell them to start with is listening. So figure out how to go into Twitter, how to go into Facebook, how to go into LinkedIn, and read what information is being said about their product and service, what information is being talked about their company, and start to catalog some of that information. The second thing that I would tell them to do is start to utilize that as a research tool. So for instance, in the back end of Facebook, I can tell what the users in mid-Michigan are interested in as far as products are concerned, as far as corporate identity is concerned, what businesses they utilize. I can really start to pinpoint where their interests are. I can use something like Foursquare to see where people are checking in and what they're saying about my establishment, but how many people are doing that, and comparing it against other companies who are similar to mine. I can use something like LinkedIn and look at the corporate pages and see who my competitors are, and then I can see the information that's happening out of their company, who's leaving, who's getting hired in, who is getting promoted within that company. The third thing that I would do is then figure out how to engage. And the engagement strategy, I think, is actually the trickiest, because that means you're interacting with the people who are in those social spheres. So for instance, if I'm getting on Twitter, I need to be able to communicate with people on Twitter from a customer relations aspect, because they will be asking me to help them out on utilizing my products and services. I need to figure out how to market in that platform. If I have a retail establishment, how to utilize it for couponing. If I want to generate focus groups, how to talk to people about engaging with my brand, so I learn more about what they think about it, which makes me a more effective communicator both online and offline. And then the fourth thing is to enable ambassadors to help you out. So identify those people who like your product or the messaging you're doing, who comment on Facebook, who retweet you, who mention you on Twitter, who put on your status update, their status updates, things about your product and service or company, and get them information about your company so that they can send it out to their followers or their friends or the people who connect with them on LinkedIn. Well, one of the beautiful things about social media is it's global. And we're no longer looking at, from a corporate perspective, competing neighborhood to neighborhood. You're now competing country to country. And so social media allows us to change the mindset of our local businesses into thinking about how to access the global market better and how to enable people to sell your products and services in their home states or countries. I think that holistically, if I'm looking at how social media can impact doing global business, it really becomes an opportunity to spotlight what you do best. One of the companies that I think does a really good job is Zappos. They're an online shoe company, and they actually have people running their Twitter account 24/7. They utilize it as customer service, but for them it acts as a phone. So what you're doing is you're multiplying the amount of points that people can connect with you, and they're utilizing the platforms that they're most comfortable in and the ones that they think they can get immediate response from. So, I think it's important for our companies to embrace the usage of social media. It's not going away. There are 600 million people on Facebook. There are 100 million people on LinkedIn. There are roughly 185 million people who are utilizing Twitter. Those are huge audiences that you can't afford to ignore. Yeah, there are multiple ways. On Twitter, I'm at MSUAAJOHN. If you do a search on LinkedIn, I'm John Hill, and then put Michigan State University in the university or corporate line, and you can dig me up there. My email address is hilljohn, HILLJOHN @msu.edu. If you can't find me, you're not looking.